Fresh off their wins in the midterm elections, the conveners of Mayors for Good Governance recently gathered to discuss a few things post-elections. These are Pasig City Mayor Vico Soto, Quezon City Mayor Joy Belmonte, and Baguio City Mayor Benji Magalong. In a Facebook post, the group said the three mayors reflected on takeaways from the recent midterm polls and discussed preparations for their last three-year term. They also shared plans on strengthening their coalition and enhancing capabilities of fellow mayors and LGUs. The group plans to continue their agenda of good governance in the name of accountability and transparency. And joining us tonight to talk more about this good governance campaign is one of its conveners, Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong. Good evening to you, Mayor Magalong. Welcome to The Big Story.
Good evening, Ses. Good evening, Pauline, and good evening, Sean. Good evening to our viewers. Thank you for having me.
Mayor, you've been openly critical of the House Speaker during the campaign, and hindi po kayo, I mean, you're still standing. They did not target you during the campaign?
Yes, they did. Tatlo pala yung kalabang ko rito sa Baguio, and apparently a lot of external money actually came into the city of Baguio. Kaya bumaham pera dito sa syudad ng Baguio.
To what would you attribute na nakatayo pa rin kayo ngayon?
Well, probably we have a different type of voters here in the city of Baguio, and one more thing is they believe in good governance. And that's the reason why. Until now, siguro, nahirapan din ako. Honestly, it was a tough fight.
Well, it looks like Speaker Romualdez will continue to lead the House of Representatives. What reforms would you like to see under his second term as Speaker? And kaya ba?
Well, may hirapan siguro dahil talagang he has control over many of the majority of the congressmen. So it's up to the president kung siguro kung ano yung actions na gagawin nila. What is important is, probably to for the departments to defy the speaker, especially when it comes to intervening in the use of funds, especially funds coming from the DPWH, from DSWD, from DOL, and from DOH. Ito kasi yung mahilig nilang pakilaman itong mga pondo na ito. And at the same time, itong fund and yung mga scholarship from given out by TESDA at yung CHED.
Are you hopeful na may gagawin yung Malacanang because minsan si President, he tends to wash his hands parang, ay, trabaho yan ng House. And then now we have the cabinet revamp, no? So we're given a bit of hope na parang baka naman may italaga silang mga secretary na yun nga, ipaglalaban yung tama. Pero are you hopeful na magyayari ito, Mayor? What are your thoughts?
Right now, I'm still watching and observing. Hopefully, he will pick the right persons to occupy these critical positions, and someone who will become very, very independent and will only listen to the president and not listen to other political figures, especially influential figures from the Congress. Yun ang kailangan kasi natin eh. Dapat lang sila. Dapat they only take orders from one particular person, and that's from the president. Kung kaya nilang gawin yun, then probably there will be a big change.
Well, Mayor, in a recent interview, you said you weren't surprised with the results of the latest Pulse Asia survey, which indicated that former President Duterte enjoys quite high trust and approval ratings. Sinabi niyo po, dahil yan because of the deterioration of peace and order under this current administration. You were a former CIDG chief, Mayor, no? Ano po ba ang ginagawa ng administrasyon ngayon ang nakulang sa inyong pagtingin? What are they not doing right in terms of peace and order?
Well, I had the chance to being the Regional Peace and Order Council chairman. I asked our law enforcers, including feedback coming from our provincial LGUs, and of course, yung mga municipal. And basically the assessment and evaluation is that tumataas yung cases natin, especially yung drugs. Alam mo kasi the reason why the former president is enjoying a high approval rating is because of the safety issue. People feel safer during his time. No? Unlike now na talagang nararamdaman nila na nagiging gumagrabe na naman ang drugs. Basically, it's all about drugs. Yun ang nakikita nila. Bumababa naman yung ibang mga cases, ibang index crimes like, theft, homicide cases. But drugs talagang tumataas talagang drugs.
Going back to good governance, you recently met with fellow mayors Joy Belmonte and Vico Soto. What can 3 mayors do?
Well, alam mo, assessed at anim kami dating conveners eh. Kaya lang yung dalawa, isa doon hindi failed to be re-elected, si Mayor Ipe Remolio. Pero very much pa rin siya, very much committed pa rin siya to promote good governance. At si naman, Mayor Romel Arnaldo of Kauswagan, nag-slide down siya sa Vice Mayor. So 4 na lang kami naiwan. We have Vico, we have Joy, ako naman, and of course si Mayor City Hataman. But we decided na we will just maintain yung 4 and probably designate 2 mayors from Visayas and 2 mayors from Mindanao and 4 mayors from Luzon to become some sort of a supervising M4GGs. Meaning they will be involved in the selection process. Kasi kailangan na namin mag-filter. Lumalabas na meron din kami mga issues with regards to the other mayors who joined the M4GG. Right now, we have about 202 mayors.
Tell us about this group of yours, no? Itong movement for good governance ninyo. Paano ba sumali? Mukhang walang pumapasa, Mayor, kasi 4 lang kayo. Yun yung unang question ko. 3 lang sila.
Saka anong magagawa?
Anong magagawa?
Oo,
ano ba yung plano? Ano yung goal ninyo?
Kaliliit ninyo. I mean, you're a small group.
Yeah.
Naiyak naman ako doon sa observation ninyo, sa comment ninyo. 202 na kami. 202 na kami. That's about 11.8% of the total mayors in the entire country. Ano? Yung convener lang is 4 na lang na yun naiiwan out of the 6. 4 na lang. Pero nakakagulat ka rin dito sa result ng elections. Sa mga re-electionist namin, 10 lang ang hindi na-elect. Yeah, 10 lang. And we have 2 of our mayors who became governors, and 5 mayors became congressmen or congresswomen. So, magandang aming batting average. At talagang nakikita naman namin na people are starting to understand the real essence and meaning of good governance.
So, hindi pwede basta-basta sumali, Mayor. Kumbaga may screening committee, kunyari may bahid ka ng something, corruption, hindi ka pwedeng sumali sa grupo ninyo. How does that work?
Well, during the formative stage, we just accepted anyone who would like to who manifested to join the M4GG. But, for almost a year, we decided to do some evaluation and assessment. Tumalabas din na marami rin kaming natanggap na hindi naman talaga karapat-dapat because we have been receiving some feedbacks coming from the communities and from fellow mayors as well. So we decided to come up with a sort of a defined parameter for us to be able to really determine who deserves to become members of the M4GG. So gagawin namin yun during our General Assembly meeting.
So, Mayor, the big question is, how do you plan to end corruption? Can that even be done?
This is sabi ko nga, there's no short-term solution. There will only be a long-term solution. And probably one of the best approaches is to start it with the young people. And at the same time, continue and sustain our efforts to raise awareness on good governance. And in fact, ngayon, pinopromote nga namin Open Government Partnership. What is Open Government Partnership? This is actually a global network of local governments who believe that transparency, accountability, and strong citizens' participation promote growth and development. So ito yung mga pinopromote namin kaya we're working closely with the Department of Interior, local government, and DBM.
It's been said that the hope is really in local government. Kung walang nangyayari from national, it's a local government level where you can really implement substantive change.
Yeah, you're right, Ces. But we can only do so much. Ang laki pa rin ng impact ng national government sa amin because most of the time, we rely on funding from the national government. For example, kung ako, Baguio City is doing a great job with regards to the promotion of good governance, especially practicing good governance in local government, fighting corruption, talagang significant na yung reduction dito ng corruption. But kung sa local kung naman sa national government biglang nag-declare ang government na we're no longer capable of paying our debt, then we'll be impacted negatively, significantly for that matter. So talagang kailangan pagtulungan din natin. Kailangan talagang elevate din namin sa national level, escalate talaga namin sa national level yung laban.
All right. I know you've said, Mayor, that in a previous interview that you don't plan to seek higher office. But we'd like to ask you again, kasi baka magpalit kayo ng isip, and usually ang sinasabi ng mga politiko, oy, kasi merong clamor.
Yeah, I was even cautioned by Senator Lacson yan during one of our conversations. Sabi niya, alam mo Benji, sometimes you have to refrain from saying that kasi you'll never know nangyari yan sa akin na lagi kong sinasabi pa tapos people
He ate his
got back at
words.
me. Yeah, so
So are you gonna eat your words?
Probably I'll just have to stick to what I mentioned. Stick to what I mentioned na, I have no plans whatsoever.
Probably. There's
That's
still
true for now.
Well, we thank you
Never
so
say
much
never.
for your time. Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong.